Hello, it is me, the Hub Critic back in. This time I was going to say TV Hub Critic official, but I realised that was 8 months ago, guys. It's a new day, as I previously said in my last episode here. This is episode 2 of the Nuggets recap. I know I haven't done one of these in 3 weeks, and apparently I did state I would do these weekly, so that was sort of, well, it didn't turn out to be true in the long run. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that, and when I mean long run, obviously, the following episode. But yeah, I'll try to get these out as often. I have been having some trouble with another YouTube channel that I do own, which is called Tim Nolan. I will leave a link for that in the description. So that was sort of been taking up a bit of my mind, and I've just sort of been working around that problem to do with uploading on the computer. And also I have had a midterm at the I have exams before the midterm, so it's basically where you have exams for a week and a half, and then you go to a week of midterm break, which is just a week off school, and I'm about to go into that, so basically be able to upload a couple of more videos. Can't, understate how many, but I would definitely tell you I am working on one video at the moment, so that is something to look forward to, and could possibly come out next week on some day. I also have more time to watch NBA matches, and so I have kind of been keeping up what's been going on lately. I've pretty much watched a lot of the matches that have been happening lately, so I have a sort of good grasp of NBA Denver Nuggets sort of play at the moment. We are moving into All-Star Week, so there is a break of about 9 or 10 days, so that means none of these kind of Denver kind of reviews of matches during that time, but I will be possibly talking about just Denver Nuggets in general in a video or two I post in that break. In terms of the Hub Critic, I did post this on a video a couple of months ago where I did state that the Hub Critic may be returning in some form or some shape or form, and yeah, not many works have been going on to that, but anyway, I will update you on that as it comes forth. I don't want to make this video I want to make it a bit more cut and dry, get to the point, and talk about NBA. So let's get onto the topic. So firstly, I will just recap you what's happened this week so far. I mean, basically, before this week we have Sean Fitzpatrick, that guy that I've been talking about recently, big bloomer, up and coming starter. He has dissipated from our team basically, and that means he had a 10-day contract. He got recontracted for another 10 days, and then there's been about a month, or a bit more than a month even, where he has not even featured. 2 weeks. So I'm guessing this is sort of a goodbye for him for now, but I have a feeling we'll see him return before the end of the year. So don't worry, or even debuting the start of next year, because we do have Wilson Chandler, I believe, coming back hopefully next season, so fingers crossed on that one. Let's just update you here. Going back to January 21st with a loss against the Memphis Grizzlies. We had some highlights from some players, as you know. Any good plays? Oh yes, our win against Detroit Pistons on 104-101. Danilo Gallinari scored 30 points. We were home with the match against the Atlanta Hawks, and we lost. Then we lost against Boston Celtics. A win against the Washington DC. Would again, our top scorer being Danilo Gallinari. Nikola Jokic managed 10 rebounds there. Then we had a loss against the Pacers, the Indiana Pacers. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Toronto Raptors, we scored a win. Utah Jazz, we lost. Then the Chicago Bulls, we won. And yeah, I think we started off the week in the Chicago Bulls, if I do remember correctly. So we're going to mention that match first. This kind of happened last week, but it was just a very memorable match because it was the highlight match of the week, and basically explain why it was such a great match. We came down. I mean, let me just set the scene for you guys. The match started off. It was a decently paced match. I mean, we were starting off a little bit rocky going into this one. No pun intended there for the Denver Nuggets. But anyway, we ended up just completely beast moding in the fourth. So we gradually went into the third, knowing, you know what, this might not be our day. We were down by about 15 to 20 points at this point. we sort of had no grasp on the game at this point. Our team were playing pretty decently, but we just weren't getting that the run through that we were looking for. So, I mean, Chicago Bulls, I was hoping, you know what, we've had a big streak of wins against them recently, at home, I believe this was, yes, so our team was kind of rooting behind us and going, you know what, keep the streak alive. I think it was currently like 7 games or something, so we're just like, you know what, let's go for this, and we absolutely beasted in that fourth, scoring around 36 points, nailing especially Emmanuel Mudiay and Will Barton. Emmanuel Mudiay getting like 15 or something points in that fourth. Also, even Danilo Gallinari hitting 33 points, a nice record for the season, I believe. So that was I was really chuffed after seeing that. Yeah, that was just a really standout game for this week, or last week. Even there was some just really skilled moments in the end, some 3-point plays, and we just absolutely came back for that. And that really, reinstated my faith. I was thinking about I might just be, taking a step down from this believing in this team for now, and start, just reinstating my current beliefs on the team, maybe take a step back from these videos. I was just going through a lot of initializations at this current position at time, and even still today I'm kind of mulling over what is my real faith in this team. But seriously, this one was just a real wondrous diamond in the rough, I should say. But it was a really nice occasion. We did end up coming tops on that one, and you know what, I have to give it all up to the wondrous and illustrious skilled players we had on the court. So it was just all down to that real fourth quarter, real tough balling in that fourth quarter, and you know what, it was absolutely amazing to watch. So if there's any games you check out, highlight play, go and look at the highlights from that game, because there were some real winners. I know Chicago Bulls were playing quite well, so it was a real surprise when we did end up coming up top trumps in that one. So that was just amazing. Even highlight plays and that, just go check out even Will Barton. Will Barton is alright, but Emmanuel Mudiay getting into full swing after quite a choppy first half. I mean, he was Emmanuel Mudiay is a guy, he's about 6th overall in turnovers in the whole league, so that kind of puts a bit of perspective on it. And even say in a game like this he would have a bit of choppy maneuvers, behaviours, but he did reinitialize himself in that second half. You know what, he had a few threes, he hit a few twos, and you know what, he get Kenneth Faried the ball, and you just ball in the paint and bang, slamming it. It's just a highlight play guaranteed with Kenneth Faried standing in there. So I just love that about those two players. They do have a bit of chemistry together, so that's always good to have. Second game of the week, which I kind of saw live, I believe. Yes, it was against New York Knicks. We won by 5 points. Not much to comment on this game. I would just say this was the last game with Eric Fisher for the New York Knicks as manager before he left, so I guess that's one thing to say. But then the buzzer beater, which I saw at the end of the first quarter, I believe, or second quarter, I think it was the first quarter, Danilo Gallinari hit a lovely 3 from our own half. It was perfectly timed, perfectly pitched, and what a wondrous shot. Boom. I was just like, boom, boom. Go for it. This was our second win in a row, so we were on a bit of a run, and hey, I enjoyed it, so that was really fun. Fun moment there. Yeah, so, I mean, even talking about this again, if I just had to comment on the firing of Derek Fisher there, or whatever his name, I can't remember it, gone fishing for a new manager, no pun intended. He did have a lot of backstage commotion, should I say, and problems. So I do believe there was a legitimate truth to the decisions made that really made sense in my opinion. So that's why I believe that was a good decision there. Quickly moving on to our game against the Brooklyn Nets. Well, this game went quite well for us. We were definitely, keeping up with them. They had some 10-point leads, but we definitely reimbursed ourselves, and we sparked a bit of a rebuttal there, but it was not short lived. We did end up getting a 1 point kind of free in the end there, but we all thought it was over. There was 1.5 seconds left. Anyway, they inbound it, and what would you know, 3-pointer, win the game by 1 point. Not even just that, it's just the thought of them getting the 3-pointer, not even just running in for 2 or getting a mid-range jumper to go to bring them to overtime. It was a 3, it was a killer 3, it stung us in the back. It was not even being overstated here. It was a disaster that happened, and we let that happen. It was the needle guy on the fence. I can just picture the image in my head of him, jiving over the perimeter and just failing and looking back in complete disdain and just walking out of there. You know, he just get out of there. That's the thought that went through all their heads. They streamed out, and well, it was a freaking party for the Brooklyn Nets. They were having their field day there. They thought it was all over. People were streaming out from them earlier in that game, and just then, that 3-pointer was really earth-shattering. I mean, you can go watch it. It was just amazing end of the game. But buzzer beaters are just horrible when you're on the wrong end, should I say. So I know I'm going a bit long on this just because of the intro and just my commenting on some of these matches. We did end up with another match here, which is Wednesday, against the Detroit Pistons, and obviously won't be having a match for another 9 days, so I definitely have to comment on this and say a nice win for us. 20 points for Will Barton, 6 assists for Emmanuel Moody, and 11 rebounds for Jacob Newsom. I didn't really see much of this game. I saw the first half and bits of the rest out of that. Will Barton had a nice 15 in that fourth, and Jusuf Nurkic, that really light touch, he made it work. For this week, I'm giving the star player to Nikola Jokic, just because his unique style really propelled our offense, especially in the post. We were able to saunter through lots of defense, and a lot of our play this week was through that post play. And Nikola Jokic is such a light-handed beast, and he definitely made a few plays for a lot of the other players, so it was definitely a Nikola Jokic week. One downfall was his, fouling trouble that he had, on the offense. He just offensively fouls people, so that's really, just one little downer there. But he really had a good time. The team had quite a decent play. Just commenting on our current standings, we are currently, if I could just comment on it here, yeah, we're about 11th in this league. We are currently 21, I believe, and 32, or 22 and 32. And now we're 10 games behind 500. We're currently at 404. Arrow 404. We're not doing too well. But, this is quite a climb to get back. Utah Jazz are doing really well in our division, so that's going to be a hard one to saunter through. But we'll see how we go. And from here on, the only direction is really up. So I'll see you on the next one, and make sure to comment below and like for more, subscribe, and I'll see you later.